Robert, we're here today at this beautiful farm that we're on, where we have our recordings and everything that we do here. Fixing to go in and do another song that Robert wrote. Robert, tell us more about Herschel Lee.
I've worked with different bands. Late one night after a show, I was coming in through Rome, and I stopped and pulled in the store to get me some coffee, and pulled in, and this gentleman's sitting there, and I seen him sitting on the curb. He's an older gentleman. He had his bottle sitting by his side in a brown paper sack, and when I pulled up, I moved over one car length, and he said, "Get up," and said, "Just get out and pull up a sheet." And I told him, I said, "Let me go and get me some coffee, and I'll be right back, and we'll have a talk." So basically, this song is from me sitting down with this gentleman and him telling me a bunch of stuff about his life. I mean, and at one point, he pulled out the old harmonica and said, blowed it a little bit, and said, "You know," he said, "you gonna play on this thing?" He said, I told him, which I don't know anything about. I can't play instruments, but one thing about the gentleman, he was very generous. And one thing I want to tell you about the story is I told my wife about this and wrote the song. We were back in town, and we stopped to get us something to eat, and he was sitting on the curb again. And I walked over there and I sat down again. He said, "Pull up a curb." And he was eating pizza, and this guy, somebody had bought him a pizza, and he was so generous. He said, "Sit down here and help me eat this."
Wow.
And I'm like, you know, this guy is. And I told him, I said, he asked me when I told him I was going to write a song about him, he made sure I knew his name.
Herschel
and
Lee.
He even showed me his ID. He said, "You gonna make me famous?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna do my best, but you know, I wrote a lot about what he told me. You know, and like a lot of songs, you have to bring things in.
Right.
But I'm telling you what, his story, sitting listening to him, it was just, I had a great time. Andy's gonna go in here and record this, and he's going to do like he usually do. He's going to pour his heart out in it. And like I said, this is rough cut. We've not got to the studio yet, but we want to give y'all something. Again, hope y'all enjoy this. Mr. Andy McGuire is going to go in here, and he's got that gift, and that talent, and he's going to do what he does.
What we do best.
That's it.
That's right. Also, I'd like to say that this song is, all the songs that we've done so far, we'll mention if they're cover tunes or who's performed them, but the Daddy's Little Girl, Herschel Lee, are all originals.
And we're working on some more. And most of the songs that I write, like Andy writes, is about somebody or something that has touched our heart or our life. You know, it's not a bunch of, and I'm not criticizing anybody that does music, but it's not a bunch of poems or a bunch of just rhymes together to make it sound good.
Right.
I believe in stories behind it, because when there's a story behind a song, it touches people's lives. Somewhere they've identified with what I like to write about. And that way, we want you to feel their lives. We want you to feel, when I write, I really want people to feel what the person has told me about. A lot of stuff I've wrote is about other people's lives that have told me, or stuff I've experienced. Daddy's Little Girl, like I said, was personal because it was about my daughter. Herschel Lee, you know, and many others you fixing this that we're bringing forth, that Andy's got, we're working on, that he's got wrote already. I'm telling you, I can't wait for some of y'all to hear some of what this man wrote. I'm telling you, it's going to touch your heart as well as, you know, these do. And what we get together working,
we wrote.
You know, it's really going to take it's going to take it. But we hope that y'all enjoy it. Like I said, and we'll let y'all know if it's not a cover. We'll say cover, but if it's not, if we don't say cover, it is an original, written and owned by me or Andy or us together, because we're doing our own things here. And we hope you enjoy these songs that we write. Hope you enjoy the music.
We're fixing to go into the and cut this rough cut here before we even actually get the original done as far as a soundtrack. But the name of the song is Herschel Lee.
Hope you enjoy it. Thank you much.
Late one night after the show, I stopped for some coffee out on the road. There on the curb sat a rough old man with a bottle by his side and a harp in his hand. Herschel Lee was a homeless man, but he could play that harp like no one can. He sang about life and talked about the war. Then he sang about the women that he loved before. He said, I'm in my 60s, then some more. I lived through hell when I fought that war. I raised 2 girls and I loved 3 wives. Now I share my bed with a bottle each night. Herschel Lee was a rugged old man, but he could play that harp like no one can. He sang about the tracks and hop in the train. Then he talked about the fun, but sang about the pain. Oh, Herschel Lee. Him you don't see much, but he's got that gift, he's got that touch. That old harp was about worn out, but he can make it whisper, he can make it shout. Herschel Lee was a homeless man, but he could play that harp like no one can. He sang about life and talked about the war. Then he sang about the women that he loved before. He said, pull up a curve and have a seat. It's nice to meet you, I'm Herschel Lee.